Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. This is Lenor and I'm going to be reading your tea leaves today. This is a horoscope for Gemini. If that is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, this is a message for you. My cats are obviously in and out of here quite a bit, so hopefully they don't get in the way too much. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Wow, this one's got a lot of leaves in it. I didn't notice that before. Okay, well, Gemini, it looks like you are a very busy person right now. You got a lot going on. It almost looks like you have a bit of a blizzard happening. I wonder what's going on. Let's see if we can just kind of turn the cup here a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with this one because I just really love peacocks. So we'll start right here. This one, starting here with the head, the neck, and then down into the body, legs, and the feathers here. It looks like a peacock. Now this is, usually we see a peacock, or usually we think of a peacock kind of in a strutting kind of showing its feathers off, doing kind of its mating, trying to attract a mate, kind of puffed out, twirling around. But this one here is kind of not really, does not have its feathers fluffed out and, you know, all over the place. This one's kind of, you know, looks like it's walking, has its tail kind of put together and in a more probably relaxed movement. I think, you know, this is really just their more natural state. I know when they're roosting, they look like this too. And actually they're pretty interesting. I've seen them kind of just sitting on their little branches and their tails hanging all the way down. They're kind of bunched up. It looks like a long tail with some feathers down at the end. And yeah, they just kind of roost up there and take naps and stuff up in the tree or on a kind of, you know, in an enclosure. It would be more like a wooden post that they've put little things on for them to sit. So what does this mean? I feel like, you know, Gemini, it makes sense to me as far as, especially a solar Gemini, the tendency to kind of vacillate between being very kind of ostentatious, a little show-offy. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be, you know, just your abilities in general, your intelligence, the things that you are interested in, and then kind of going into these lulls where you're kind of just more chill, you know, not really engaging as much in that way, maybe not even trying to meet new people so much, but just, you know, walking through life, just kind of incognito, doing your thing. Now, this usually isn't I don't think a long period, but, you know, I think the thing about Geminis is that you guys are good at giving yourself a break in between your kind of big, you know, your big going out or your big events. And you know, the being more social and more involved in your interests, your getting really kind of wound up in the things that your passion projects and that kind of stuff. I think you have a tendency to have some good balance with the rest and relaxation, regrouping, and going on the other side of the spectrum there. Okay, so I think that definitely it seems like, and this is a rather large formation, although it seems like we have a lot of large formations in here today. I think you're definitely going through this kind of period right now. And which is, it's interesting because the rest of the bowl kind of just looks like chaos. I almost get this kind of feeling that you're in between these stages of just, not really knowing which way to go. It almost feels like there's all of these paths leading all these different directions, right? And there's just kind of little pieces everywhere. And it feels a little bit anxious, a little chaotic, a little bit maybe messy. And I think that, let's go this way, because I saw this person here, and it looks like they're dragging something. They're moving towards the right here. And, I see some other figures. I feel like they're all kind of like in these different modes of like work, doing different things. And I think that it seems like you have some kind of big project going on. Almost, I wonder if this is less about work, but more about like maybe a domestic project. I wonder if you maybe are even helping family members build something, or some kind of, or maybe like a close friend. I don't know, maybe even like cleaning house, up here shoveling the walks for them. I don't know exactly what it is, but I get this feeling that there's a lot of like different tasks going on, some coming together of a group of people to kind of help each other get these things done. So, and maybe that could even be something like getting ready for the holidays. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's been a long day already. It's not even 2:00 yet. So I think that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. You've been busy. Maybe, like I said, maybe getting ready for the holidays. Maybe it's something bigger, like helping with some kind of renovation project. But it seems like you have really been stepping up to help somebody that is close to you. I'm looking at this one. It looks like a deer that is jumping. It kind of really, this formation, it kind of, and now this water might move that a little bit. Let me look at it from this side. It looks like a deer jumping, and I almost get this like feeling of, it kind of, with all this anxiety and stuff that is going on, I feel like it's like that deer in headlights, and then they're like running off, leaping into the fields or woods beside the road. I kind of feel like something has been going on with somebody that has you feeling kind of skittish a little bit. I feel like I had this feeling before I even looked at this cup, when I was getting ready to read for you today, Gemini, and I was just kind of getting in the right headspace. And I was thinking, this feels like, I really feel like Gemini is going to be kind of a, maybe not a love reading, but almost like a return to, I feel like there's like an intense return to physical kind of desires, maybe an intent to date. But like I'm looking at this cup and I'm almost wondering if you are leaving a relationship. I get the feeling that you're a little burnt out and like you're kind of facing away from anything kind of romantic. I think that maybe a relationship has ended or is ending, or somebody has been pursuing you. Maybe you went on a couple dates and it feels like it's just not working out. I feel like you've kind of thrown yourself into doing other things, focusing on non-relationship stuff, family doings, and as I mentioned, I got this energy of the kind of coming together to work on a house or building some kind of thing with people. But now I think that's how you've been dealing with how you've been feeling. And I think that with this peacock, I feel like you just really are not trying to attract anybody. I just don't feel like you are receptive to kind of meeting anybody right now or pursuing anything. And if you are in a long-term relationship, I wonder if there's been some degree of burnout going on, maybe. If you guys haven't broken up, maybe it's just kind of a period of burnout. And I'm really trying to see. There's just so much to look at, and some of it, I just see like, this one looks like a person that's got their arm, like let's see, maybe right there. It looks like they have their hand up like they're going to box, okay? And I don't see another person, but I feel like there's just been some real conflict, but it's not, it's like little stuff. There's a lot of conflict, a little bickering, and I just feel like just this tiredness, really, and this like escape into building stuff. I kind of like tinkering, doing stuff with your hands, just working on things that are a little more like methodical, mechanical, that, you're getting your mind into that, instead of thinking about this emotional stuff and these, the relationship, minefield, kind of emotional minefield type things, and like trying to navigate all of that. I think you're just really keeping yourself busy. I feel like you're around your family, but I almost feel this like sense of quiet. Like your brain feels like a blizzard a little bit, but I feel like you've been pretty quiet. And let me see. I feel like you just you're going through a period where I see kind of a mountain, a singular mountain. I kind of see these people just kind of there's like a sense of a lot of stuff just kind of being tossed. I feel like not like in a physical realm. I don't think it's like actually throwing stuff, but I feel like you've kind of you had some stuff planned and something happened and the configuration of your relationship has changed, or your desire to be involved in this relationship or dating or whatever it is. And whatever was planned, I think you just kind of have given up on it. Like, you've put it aside. It's not something that you're going to go through with. Okay. And I really just feel like you feel like kind of leaping away and just kind of really immersing yourself in something that is understandable to you, okay? And doesn't involve all of the difficulties of trying to figure out and navigate somebody else's emotions. And I think it's just, I feel like I just feel like a really a sense of tiredness, weariness, but it is really all wrapped in this perfect storm of like anxiety and just not exactly knowing which way to go. And I feel like probably how, the way that you have decided to deal with that is to just not engage. And that's okay. Sometimes it's better to just like put your efforts into something that you understand how it will work, and do your projects and let things kind of calm down and slow down, and then regroup yourself. Okay. And beyond that, what am I seeing here? I kind of almost seem like a hunter right here with a bow. And then I'm seeing the deer jumping here. So, I feel like, and it's interesting though, because of the positions, this, on the side here, usually this is indicative of like a person involved in the scenario, not the person I'm reading for. And this is usually has to do with the person I'm reading for. But like for whatever reason, I feel like it's that is not the case here. Although let's unpackage a little bit about the archer. I wonder if it's really not really aimed at that. I wonder. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think like what this has to do with anything. And today is actually technically full. The moon is still full. So for me, the archer is almost always related to Diana, which is a lunar goddess, a huntress. And as we know, during full moons, the hunt is good because there's a lot of light at night, and so I wonder if this is just really on the night side, or in the shadow side of the psyche right now, or maybe not so much the shadow side, but the more unconscious realm of the psyche. If you are you're a pursuer, definitely, and aggressive in your own ways. I think that you know what you want, you know how to get it most of the time. And I think that you're not afraid to, set your sights on something and make it happen. And I don't mean that in like a predatory way, but I think that it's a sign of confidence. And I think that really it's just a matter of time with you. Fairly soon, you will be shifting back over into this And I can, you know, the peacock will have its feathers out very soon, I think, within the next few weeks. Gemini, I just don't see you in this restful state for very long, or this kind of hiding away. It's not in your nature. But whatever has gone on in this relationship that you've had recently just kind of really put you off. And I think that, you know, it just kind of, I feel like you're just, you know, I get this real feeling of just not wanting to deal with people in a romantic or with any kind of like, you know, what's the word? Like you're tired of doing some emotional labor, first of all, but you also are just, I don't know, I think you just aren't clicking with this person right now. And whatever's going on, I just feel like, you know, you're just closing yourself off to them. And that's difficult, especially if it's a long-term thing and you are a family with that person. This is a really busy saucer as well. If you've seen any of my other videos, I rarely have, sometimes I have like 1 or 2 pieces of tea on here. So you also have a very busy saucer. I see a lot going on with you even in these next few weeks. I think you're going to be really busy. And I think this more is what we were talking about with your being with your family and working on whatever projects are going on. I just, you know, and maybe this reading's not for you if you're married and monogamous, but if you are otherwise, you know, engaged with somebody or non-monogamous or single, I get this feeling that you have a fair amount of dating coming up, or just kind of entertaining other people, getting to know some people. It looks like there's a lot of like little kind of flirtations. None of it seems very much like it's going to be anything of consequence, though. I think it looks like maybe towards spring there will be somebody or somebody's that will be a little more of consequence, maybe. It seems like you might relate to them, but I really see that you're going through a period of just kind of, you know, you're just really not sticking with any one thing. I kind of see you flittering around a bit, and I feel like you're swiping right on a lot of people, maybe. And, yeah, it seems like, and that's okay. I don't think that's a bad thing for you. I don't think that there's any real loneliness in that. I don't think you feel bad about it. I think you're just enjoying yourself. And whatever has been going on feels like it'll be over. Obviously, if this is the end of a long-term thing, there will be, you know, details and whatever, moving out, possibly, that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I just feel like you're not the one that's really, like, upset in this situation. Although I think you're the one that initiated a breakup, possibly, or just, dare I say, you maybe ghosted this person? I don't know. But I feel like you really just cut yourself off from them. I also just wanted to say, you know, I do see in here an element of, you know, that kind of seeking and fulfilling some of your probably, you know, more physical and the Eros, the more physical desires. And it looks like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it looks like that's kind of what you're going to be interested in. As I said, it seems like you'll be shifting out of that kind of project-centric kind of place that you're in. And then it looks like, yeah, I definitely see, I see like kind of a rabbit here, which sometimes is a, you know, sign of the fertility. And I see a situation right here that is a sign of that kind of Eros energy and a union of sorts. And I see that, you know, that's locked into this Archer here. And I feel like this one is really something that has not happened, but it will be happening soon. And, you know, I see some of these figures as I'm looking back at this bowl again. They kind of, some of them look like they're dancing a little bit. I think it, you know, I think like this one kind of almost looks like from this angle, the peacock from this angle, it looks like it's dancing and festive. And I think that, you know, I think that to me indicates that you're going to get over this fairly quickly. I think that you have a tendency to get over things, you know, I'm not saying that you don't have any feelings, Gemini, but I think that, you know, you very much are of the mind that life is short and that you are going to make the most of it. And I think that's perfectly fine, you know, as long as you are well and you're treating people well and people are treating you well. You have those boundaries put in place and you're allowing the right kind of people into your personal life, and you know, people are treating you with respect and well, and you were doing that for others, and then hey, you know, everything is good then. So I think that's really the reading I have for you today. You know, I hope that it's the holidays and nobody wants to hear they might have an ending happening right now, but listen, if anybody can handle any kind of breakup, it's Gemini for sure. I wish that I could handle breakups like with the heart of a Gemini, you know, and it's not, I know you guys kind of get a bad rap sometimes, but I think that it is a sign of being fortified and being able to enjoy life, you know, in a way that's very present and very rich. And, you know, and sometimes a tad indulgent, and that's okay, you know. And so, I think you're going to be okay. I think, you know, things are going to work out the way that you want them to. And I hope whatever project you're working on goes well. And I hope that whatever family member you're helping or friend or whatever, I hope the end result makes them happy. I think they're probably already happy to have the help from you. It's always amazing when we have people that can come through for us and help us get things done. So, all right, that's gonna do it. Let's see, where should we go with this? Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Any kind of engagement really helps me get into the algorithm. I'm getting a few more people subscribing here and there, and that's great. And I'm really excited. The channel is really growing little bit by little bit, and I just, you know, I'm so thankful for that. And I love seeing those numbers go up and up and up. And so I just really appreciate any kind of support in that way. If you want to find me on Facebook, I have a page on there. It's Ula Tea Leaf Readings. I'm on Instagram, Ula of the Tea. And if you are interested in a personal reading, please email me. The email is in the description. We'll get that set up. And other than that, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I appreciate you, and I'm always so honored to bring these messages to you. Okay, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning, evening, or morning, afternoon, evening. Somebody needs a nap, and it's me. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.